Hello, 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 everybody. Time for another accountability
Christmas lights are all around.
This one is
I can
81.
see them now.
We're going to talk about parenting tips.
It's like they
that
spell
we
your
wish we
name.
knew.
It's insane.
Let us know where you are dialing in from.
Now we're back
Put that
here
into the
once
chat.
again.
And let us know,
Holidays and
are you a
cheer.
parent? And if you're a parent,
But now I got my eye
veteran parent,
set on you. I'm not gonna
we're
play
going to
it
get started.
safe.
And 3, 2, 1.
It's going down on Christmas Day.
I should have been wearing
Welcome.
a holiday hat, but this is good enough.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. All right. We are going to get started.
Let's
And
do
I
it.
just saw your note, April. So,
Yeah.
All right. It's all good.
Love
You
it.
can understand me. So, hopefully, you all can understand me now.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about parenting. And just let us know in the chat. Are you watching live or the replay? We're going to dive into this. A little bit of a backstory. In case you don't know, I am 4 months and 5 days into being a parent to our second child. Me and my partner, Courtney's. His name is Cameron. And April is further along on her parenting journey. And we thought, wouldn't it be great to talk about parental advice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think too, we've had some ASC babies as a, part of some intentional plans or not intentional plans. Hey, Maria.
Yeah, Maria's a new mom.
Yeah. And so obviously with Gary, just having a kid as well, and a bunch of my friends from college, just a lot of babies that have, some of my clients, there's at least 5 or 6 that have been born this year to people who are near and dear to me. So I was like, I think it's a parental advice time, and maybe will be to your benefit since you're back in that early phase of newborn life, and it's a doozy. It definitely is.
Yep.
So
let's dive into it, since it is just a quickie.
Oh yeah, super fast.
The first one, actually, they're all easier said than done. But this is one of the advice that I go back to time and time again, and it's don't be a martyr. And basically, what we're talking about is when you are a parent, especially a first-time parent, it is so easy to sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your way of being to take care of your child. And being that we're still dealing with the global pandemic, some of you may be working and parenting from home, so there might be some guilt there. But the main thing is it's all about taking care of yourself so that you have the ability to give to your little one and to your work and all the other things. What's your thought, April?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the bottom line is that, yes, we want to dive all of our energy into our children. And, I kind of learned the hard way when I felt like I couldn't take a break from all of my responsibilities as I was parenting, to the point where I was depleting myself. And then I didn't have the energy to, be very present and have good quality time with my kids, because I was running myself down, not just for them, but just trying to keep with the way I used to live life before I had kids. And it is an adjustment. So we just have to understand that, we can't do it all, and be willing to ask for help when we need it. But also, as Gary was saying, you have to make time to take care of yourself so that you can show up for everybody else that is depending on you, or that you want to give the energy to. And so that it's better quality energy and time that you're giving, instead of oh my God, here, take this baby, I was with it all day. But it's you don't want to have that energy. So just understand that we're never going to be perfect. as parents, we're always going to screw up somewhere. It's just a matter of where. And we're just trying to do the best that we can do. But, Ryan is really excited about the future potential, right? Because this is all stuff that, like, yeah, it would have been nice if we knew before we started becoming parents. So, yes, this is the whole point of this quickie. But anyways, we should go to number
Right?
2.
Yes. And so, yes, it's easy to get sucked into being a martyr, especially if you're the type A personality that thinks that you can do everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing at me. Oh, she's pointing at herself. Okay,
I'm pointing
it's all good.
myself.
Now we're going to get into number 2, and it's all about be prepared to not be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big one. Me and my wife Courtney, we're both the oldest of our families, and yeah, we wanted to be prepared. We read all the books, we did the seminars, we did all of these things, and when our first came, Garrett, it was nothing like we thought. We were trying to go through all these methods, and he was like, if he had middle fingers that he can control, he would probably be like, F you, mom and dad, I'm doing it this way. And then even on our second time around, we were like, well, this worked with Garrett. Why isn't it working? So the main thing is that they're little, and everything is all up in the air. So what's your point?
Yeah.
April?
My point is, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think that because I've had a lot of people who have had newborns within the last 12 months, this is like the thing that always stands out when I talk to them. It's like this idea of, like, especially when it's your first time child, if you are used to in your previous life kind of having control of everything, that just goes away when you have a kid. You are now not fully 100% independent, and independent in the sense of, like, you can do things whenever the hell you want, like when and why and how you want, because there's always going to be something. Like, as an example, like, I can have this plan to have a jam-packed day of appointments where I'm driving around, and then my son texts me and is like, I forgot my math homework on the couch, can you bring it please, I don't want to get a 0, like, and then it just throws off everything. So it's just, you're not in control 100% anymore until they're out of the house, I guess. So you have this 18-year like realization that you don't have control of your life anymore. So you just can't be 100% prepared, and that's where the grace comes in, and just really understanding that, like, you got to know your priorities, and if family is a top priority, it might mess with your grand scheme and your grand plan. And I again had to learn that the hard way. So, yeah, and then again, just as Gary was saying, like, you just don't always have all the answers. All of the preparation that you can do, pre getting ready for kids or adding more to the family, like, you think you might know, but you just don't. So, there's always going to be some sort of like path that the whole parenting journey is going to take you that you're not anticipating. So, yeah. So then now lead us into number 3.
Which is, when in doubt, try something else. What they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. When you are a parent, and I'm speaking from like the younger age of the spectrum, and April's bringing some amazing wisdom, be that her little ones are a bit older. But I know when we were in the thick of it, especially when Garrett was little, we were like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And we just had to remind ourselves, all right, it's okay. There's something else. And this is where my improv training really came into to hand. And I was like, oh, what if we do it like this? And especially with our newest, because again, you get into the routine of like, oh, this is how we did it before. And with Cameron, he's like, nope, not doing it like that. Sorry. And so we're just like, all right, cool. Let's just throw everything away and try something completely different. April, what do you got?
I got nothing to add because that was really, really good. Sorry, my dog started like growling a little bit, and then I was like, "Let me pour this water." But then, oh wait, now he's asking me, and now I have to unmute myself. Okay. Be prepared not to be prepared. When in doubt, try something else. I think, yeah. I mean, no kid is the same. So and no person is the same, right? So some things may work very, very well, and some things may not work very, very well. So I mean, you basically said it, but I'm just echoing the important stuff. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, those were our 3 tips.
yeah.
And before I get to the bonus,
Oh yes.
love whether you're watching this live or the replay, and you are a parent. What is something that you wish you knew uh, that has been very helpful? Maybe this can be a great resource to current parents and future parents. Go ahead and leave us a comment. And the bonus,
Yeah.
you're going to get
The
lots
best
of
one.
advice as a parent, but this is the one thing that you should really remember, and that is take all parental advice with a grain of salt. As April mentioned, yeah, what worked for one person and one child may not work for you. You might read it in a book and you might say, all right, this is what we got to do. And then you might try it and it might not work. And I'll give you a big example with Garrett. We learned about this thing called baby led weaning, and it pertains to eating. And when they're 6 months, you're supposed to put like little food in front of them, and they will guide us. And the kids, they will guide us, and they will start to like sort of introduce the foods to themselves, and it's very awkward, and they choke, and you know, and they're supposed to be less picky as a result of it. And we tried it, and Garrett was seriously not having it.
Oh,
And we thought we were crappy parents because he was seriously not eating. We were starting with avocado, and he would like put it in his mouth, and he was like gagging, and it
oh
was just not
no.
happening. And then we said, you know what? Let's just throw this out and give him that little baby food. And it worked. He loved it, and he was eating. And the funny thing is, he still hates avocados.
Oh wow.
Maybe there's some trauma there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have a similar
take it with a grain of
story
salt.
with Justin. Like we were on a he's a very picky eater in general, but like he used to eat spaghetti. And then there was this one time that we were driving across Illinois to go visit my husband's parents in Iowa, and we stopped at the I-80 truck stop, which is like this ginormous like truck stop rest area, because it's like kind of right in the middle of the US. But we went there and we were like trying to like hurry because we were just everything was so slow, and I'm like sitting here and trying to like feed him this like Gerber like mix. It's kind of like spaghettios, right? And I'm just like feeding it to him, but I'm feeding him so fast that like I think he hit a gag reflex and then just threw it up everywhere. And then he never ate, doesn't he like really struggles to eat spaghetti now. And so I'm like Tim says that I traumatized him, but we'll see. Maybe he'll like it someday. Again,
You never know.
you can't control. You gotta not prepared for that throw up, and now he won't eat that, so we have to try something else. All good tips, but yes, take all this parental advice with a grain of salt. Yeah, you do you. But
Awesome.
so yay, that's our quickie.
All right. That's our quickie. Bring it on home, April.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I do? We've only been doing this 81 times, but you guys, it is the end of the year. You know, some people may or may not be watching this. The Accountability Success Circle has been around since 2017,
2018.
2018.
17?
Well, it was founded in 2017, but like got its sea legs 2018. Is sea legs the right way to say it? I'm crazy
Yeah,
today.
that's fine. We're on a
Um,
voyage.
and Gary and I, you know, when we started working on this, working on trying to build a community of people who are just focused on, you know, living successful, intentional lives, and supporting each other as we work towards our definitions of success. So, and that's all areas of life. And so, our community is just that. We're supporting each other in making sure that we are enjoying life to the fullest, but kicking some major ass with our goals. So, if you are looking for that as a way, we're going to have some really cool promos for January to join. So, come check us out. We'll probably talk about it more in our next Quickie. So, yeah. Hang out, but come check us out anyways. If you're interested in checking us out, come check us out if you're interested in checking us out. Duh. So there it is. But happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.
Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.